welcome to a new episode of No Man's Sky. And this is all from really old footage I have from March. Not this month of March, but March from last year, so literally a year old. But I'm trying to get through it. Thing is, I didn't record narration while I was playing because I figured, I'll get around to it and I will do it, and I'll be able to get this uploaded like within the same month that I'm recording. And that didn't happen for different reasons. For one thing, I played so much that it just I just played too much to be able to record narration, get it uploaded, go through all that fast enough to get it done at a good rate. But I'm doing it now, and I'm getting through it. It's depressing because I still have so much more to do, but eventually I'm gonna get done, and that'll be fantastic. But we're still in New Devil's Land. When I've been playing the normal mode, I kind of have tended to stay on one planet for a long time to really, get into it and explore. And like you can see me just looking at that tree, just look at everything. And I think if you're going to buy this game and play this game, that's how you have to do it. You have to come into that mindset of I want to walk around the planet, I want to see everything, I want to explore everything. And I think if you hop from planet to planet to planet very, very fast, it's not going to be as fun. If it's more of a game if you want to sink your teeth into one planet and just like completely explore until you've discovered just about everything and then move on after that. And then you're going to see less repetition. It's not going to be as, it's not going to get as boring as some people think. But, the updates I think they've done have made it a lot better. So this, I think by this point they've done 1.2. I know they haven't. I know this footage is before 1.3, but I think it's still after 1.2. Anyways, the updates have made it a lot better in my opinion. But this episode should be a bit more of an exciting one, anyways. As you're fighting some sentinels, picking up debris because leaving litter around is bad for the environment. Although I never understand how those barrels fit into sentinels, to be honest. That seems a little bit sketchy. And that sentinel glitched underground, as you can notice, so that definitely caused some problems. But I used my ingenuity and know-how to deal with them. But because the thing is, even though there's really no sentinels around to see me, that one sentinel on the ground is kind of, you see like the whatever it's called, the wanted meter or whatever it's called won't go away, and oh look, now there's elite sentinels called in who have the ability to shoot through their own bodies at me, which is the one thing I hate about those little crawler guys that I don't know what they're called, but the level 2 sentinels, is they can shoot through their own bodies to get you, and that seems a little bit unfair. But see, I'm dealing with it. It's no big deal. Our guy's still there, that stupid little sentinel on the ground, but I'm dealing with this. It's not a huge deal. There's just like a floating fan blade and some other stuff for some reason, but that's okay, not a big issue. You just got to get out of the barrel over there, because I think there's another barrel. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I just thought I saw it in the footage and I was just an idiot. That's probably it. But anyways, scanning around. You can see he's trying to call in for some more sentinels. I don't know, the little meter that shows that he's calling in for reinforcements is going up. So he's trying to get some people, but it's like almost 75% of the way there. Yeah. Oh, looks like it was almost going away there for a second, but now it's because it had like the little blue searching icon, but looks like he's found me again. So there's something you can actually. I wonder if I would have been. I wonder if I would have been smart to just use a grenade launcher to destroy the ground around him. That might have been an idea. But yeah, if you saw that big laser beam, that was probably from a walker. Probably not from that little guy. Probably from a walker. I should have took a picture here, but I didn't. but at least you could use photo mode to look around you and see, oh hey, that's a walker. That's not very good. Um, but But yeah, so I was able to. You're gonna see the best strafing run of all strafing runs of all time. This is just about the greatest. See what I mean? Yeah, that was just about the greatest. I was kind of dumb because I initiated the landing sequence even though the guy took my landing spot. So now, you know, when I go off the ground, it's going to take some plutonium to do that. But so a couple more sentinels, but like literally I took care of the big guys. So I can take care of these guys, no big deal, you know. But yeah, it's like even though my shields are low, but these guys don't do a lot of damage, so it's not a huge deal. I think that's all of them. I think it's just the guy on the ground left at this point. But I want to say just real quick, I did a video a couple days ago because I'm doing this series where I am doing X months into 2018 and then about some topic. So and I guess what started it was I wanted to do a video, sort of an early year review of Windows 10, just talking about how it's sort of come along as an operating system and you know, like how it's been improved and you know, with specific respect to the UI, the design, the usability, that kind of stuff. And then so, you know, I was kind of actually hoping to get it done on the first day of the new year as sort of a, you know, as a sort of like, you know, sort of, hey, it's a new year. You know, and now that we're, you know, this far into the development of Windows 10, you know, is it worth, or not is it worth it, but is it, you know, how has it been improved over, you know, over its lifespan? But then I wasn't able to get it done in time for the first day, so then I just put it to the, I decided I'd put it at the end of the month, and then I could say, hey, we're 1 month into the new year. You know, what's Windows, how has Windows 10 been made better? And it's kind of good timing because Redstone 4 is relatively around the corner. So, you know, to that extent, you know, it's kind of cool looking at how it's improved and what it's like now, you know, with some of the features that have been added in that are going, or have been added in on preview builds that are going to be in a Redstone 4 when that releases. But anyways, I did that, and you know, I kind of realized it wasn't going to do well, and that was something I was like, okay, it's not going to do very well, and that's okay, but I still want to do it. And then so I decided, you know, since I just happened to do it in the sort of 1 month into 2018 format, well, what if I did, you know, sort of a series out of that? You know, if I have something, like if I happen to have something I want to talk about each month. So I figured, well, I really like the Steam controller, and I should probably do something about that, and so that became the 2 months into 2018. There's just a general sort of opinion piece, what I think of the Steam controller, and that video actually did very well because I didn't think it would, but it actually did really well. Of course, relative to what I expected. So I expected like maybe one person to watch it for literally a second, and that's not a joke. That's literally what I expected. But it did really well, and even one individual actually left a comment saying that because I made a point in the video, because some people complain the Steam controller is too big. But look, here's the thing: I have really small hands, and I made that comment in the video. I said, look, I have really small girly hands, and it fits my hands perfectly, and so therefore I don't really know who's complaining that it's too big for them, you know, because I probably do have the hands of like a 14-year-old girl. But anyways. Yeah, so someone left a comment about it, and they said, you know, just for you making that statement in the video, I'm going to subscribe. So that was pretty cool. I just want to note here, before, when you saw me go into the building, I kind of like cut all the time I was in there out, and then you saw me come back out. that was because I stayed in the video, or sorry, I stayed in the building for a long time, and to see if I could get the wanted to get away. Or at least that's why I assume I was in there. But so I just cut that all out. But obviously, being in the video, I think it was, or sorry, being in the building. Um, I think it was in there for like 2 minutes. I think there was like 2 minutes of footage I cut out where I was in there. Obviously, it didn't do anything for the wanted rating because the little sentinel was able to get under the building and still detect that I was in there. Also, at this point here, I did leave in all the part where, well, most of the part where I was trying to, you know, get out of the ground, and you kind of saw me not doing so well at that and falling down and that kind of stuff. And even though I left that in, and that might not have been, you know, that exciting to watch, I did cut out, the entire point where I was mining. So, I mean, even though you had to watch me, struggle to get out, you didn't have to watch me mine. So, yeah, take that for what you will. Yeah, that's one of the things about recording this game is there's a lot of like, obviously walking around and, trying to gather resources. And so I don't know, like, it's definitely more exciting than golf, but at the same time I understand, like, it's probably something more that you'd want to play than you'd want to watch, maybe. I don't know, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I think this would be kind of relaxing to watch, and sort of something that'd be, very nice if you just want to, have some visual stimulation, but you don't really want to, nothing too, too much, if you know what I mean. But that's kind of one of the problems with, trying to, do gameplay of this game is that it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of walking and stuff. But I know in future sessions after this that I have to get to that are still from March, there's a lot more like space combat and stuff like that. So it does start to pick up a little bit. That's something I tried to do differently with the survival episodes that I've done. Is I've tried to do a lot less of a slow pace, and like actually spend a lot less time on each planet, and actually go from actually go through the story a lot faster and that kind of stuff. So that's something I've been trying to do differently from that, and since it's also 1.3, there's all the new story content to do as well, so that's a bit faster pace. But especially mining these ore deposits, like that, to me, I don't really think that would be that great to keep in, because that would get a little boring to see all the time. But I mean, I don't know. It's like that with some games, like games where it's like maybe, well, something like something like in the Mario and Luigi series, where going through an area and fighting the same enemies over and over, like, even though watching the gameplay is really fun, seeing the same fights over and over can get a little bit and so sometimes what YouTubers will do is they'll just cut those fights out, because like you've seen them already 50 times and you don't need to keep seeing them. And because, yeah, like it just gets boring to see the same thing over and over and over, so they'll just end up getting cut out, which is pretty good. I mean, like I say, if you've already seen Mario and Luigi fight that specific enemy 50 times, you don't need to see it anymore. You kind of want to move on from that. I don't believe I actually even mined this deposit. I think I left it alone. Maybe I didn't have enough inventory space. I'm not sure. Maybe I just didn't feel like it. Maybe I didn't feel like spending any more time mining. But either way, I didn't actually mine it, I don't think. But you get to see me get out of a hole again, so that's cool. But I did it a lot better this time, so I guess kudos to me. But yeah. Oh, there's like 30 seconds left in the video. I don't know what to say for the remaining 30 seconds, because if I start talking about something too much, then I won't have time to say it. But I don't want to just be silent for 30 seconds. Getting the Thamium 9 is always good. That's, at least if you want to live. But Looks like the video is almost over now, so I'll just say if you watched it, thanks for that, and if you liked it, please give it a like, and have a great rest of your day.